This video is going to explain where to place citations in your paper for MLA papers and the difference between signal phrases and parenthetical citations, both of which are considered in-text citations. So here I have an in-text citation for a source with an author, and then I'm going to do it for a source without an author as well. So the author here is Marvin Rotherdam, and this is the works cited citation. So this goes on the works cited page at the end of the paper. Standard in-text citation, parenthetical for this would be Rotherdam 124. Here are two sentences. So here we have a signal phrase. Rotherdam explains. Because we have the author's name in the sentence that we're citing, then all we need at the end is the page number. If this source didn't have page numbers, if it's like a web page or something like that, we just wouldn't include the page numbers there, and that would be a sufficient in-text citation, the signal phrase there. This is what you would do if you did not include the author's name in the signal phrase. So the concept of a day can be explained as a period of time between sunrise and sunset, and then you would include the full in-text citation, the full in-text parenthetical citation at the end of that sentence. So the way we figure out what to do for a citation, an in-text citation for a source without an author, is we look at what comes first in the citation. So the reason we use Rotherdam is because it comes first in the citation. And so this is the works cited citation for this source. And so we have to have the title instead of the author, since there is no author, in the in-text citation, either in the signal phrase or in the parenthetical citation. So this sentence, the American Heart Association notes on their page on heart disease that all their types of heart disease include heart failure and irregular heartbeat and heart valve problems. So this is a sufficient citation, the signal phrase is, because we have the words heart disease in the signal phrase. This source doesn't have page numbers because it is a website, and so we don't need anything in parentheses after the sentence. However, if our sentence was this and did not actually include the title within the sentence, then we would have to put the title in parentheses after the sentence. Now I'm going to show you what this looks like in a paper, along with different rules for citation placement. If you see a highlighted area, that's just giving me a marker of where I need to do things. Okay, so let's get into it. So this sentence says, or begins with, the Purdue Online Writing Lab states. This is a really good signal phrase. However, it does not count as an in-text citation. In-text citations have to have the very first thing that appears in the corresponding works cited citation. And while this is a good signal phrase, like I said, it's not a citation. It could be, and I will show you that right here, actually. This idea is further emphasized within the article, Why Nurses Need Good Healthcare Writing Skills, found on the Anna Maria College website. The reason that this one would count as an in-text citation is because we have the first thing that appears in the corresponding works cited citation. So let me show you those. Why nurses need good healthcare writing skills. That's the very first thing. See how it sticks out? It's easier to find that way, and so the thing that's kind of sticking out to the left should be what goes in the in-text citation. And then the Purdue Online Writing Lab, it's writing in the field, and so that is not in that sentence above, and so that wouldn't count as a citation. So what needs to happen if we have the Purdue Online Writing Lab in the signal phrase, we would need an in-text citation at the end of the paraphrase. So we have this sentence that is from the Purdue Online Writing Lab, and then we also have this sentence. And so the citation can go at the end of those two sentences. Notice that the citation, or this title of this article, is going both in quotation marks and in parentheses, because it's in quotation marks in the corresponding works cited citation. If it wasn't, then you wouldn't put it in quotation marks here. This is not actually a part of your written sentence, and so that's why it's going in parentheses at the end. However, this is part of this student's written sentence, and so it wouldn't go in parentheses because it's part of the sentence. So beginning here and going through here is information from this article here. So I just wanted to reiterate that that is a couple of sentences long, and so you don't have to cite each one, just put it at the end in the parenthetical citation. Notice also that we don't have a signal phrase here. They're not always necessary if you're paraphrasing. They definitely are with direct quotes, but not necessarily when you're paraphrasing. This flows really well without a signal phrase, and so you don't always have to have one. We have a couple of in-text citations that are missing here. So like I said, the Purdue Online Writing Lab is a good signal phrase, but it does not count as a citation, and so we would need a citation here. And then this goes into another source here, and so she's missing a citation here as well. Let's see what that's supposed to be. One thing I'd like to mention is that you really should never begin or end paragraphs with source information. You guys should know by now that each paragraph requires a topic sentence and a concluding sentence. Topic sentences introduce what the paragraph is going to be about. So for example, let's see, research papers. So here's the topic sentence for this, and that's her writing completely. She's introducing the topic of the paragraph, research papers. What you need to do at the end of every paragraph is, first of all, conclude the paragraph by kind of summing up what you said, and then also relating typically how the main point in that paragraph supports the thesis statement in your introduction. One additional thing is that signal phrases only cite the sentence that they are within. So, for example, this counts as a citation because the title of the article, which is the first thing in the corresponding works cited citation, is in the signal phrase. However, that only cites this sentence, okay? So it doesn't cite this sentence at all, and it doesn't cite this sentence. And that's why this student has a citation at the end of the rest of the paraphrase as well, referring to the same article that's in the signal phrase, okay? So just remember, signal phrases only cite the sentence they're within, and parenthetical citations cite multiple sentences of one single paraphrase. This citation placement will be the same for all of your essays in any citation style. So yeah, use these tips for all of your papers. However, citing an APA is quite different than citing an MLA, and so I'll go over with you guys, I'll make another video for how to cite in APA because it's a bit more complicated, and this should be at least close to one of the first times you're using APA, so I'll definitely make a video for that very soon. Hope this was helpful. Let me know if you have any questions. Thanks.